with all the messages that have been given today. Early marriages are a present problem in Egypt, and I have very specific messages on programs. While I do strongly believe that it is about leadership, it is about legislation, it is about policies and strategies, I am for also programs on the ground. I think we need to work very hard on ID papers, birth certificates for girls. It is very important, and I will mention only the points that have not been mentioned so that I don't take up much of your time. So IDs for girls, once they're born, a birth certificate as a right for every girl, provided for free, is very important when it comes to joining schools and to getting married. Second thing is building more schools in our villages for the preparatory years and the high school levels, because in many villages, when girls are enrolled in the primary level, they have to move to another village to join the school when they are in their teenage years. And there they can be victims of violence, and families keep them at home because they want to protect them. So safety and security of girls on their way to schools, it is very important to build more schools in the villages, not just primary schools, preparatory schools, and until ending the high school education. Social protection programs are very important. We have started in Egypt 2 years ago a social protection program of cash transfers to women. In 2 years only, we were able to reach 1,750,000 families. Women were bankerized for the first time. It's the woman, the mother in the family, who is given the cash transfer monthly, and it's a conditional cash transfer. The conditions are keep the kids in school for as long as you can. And we give them more money, the amounts of transfers increase with more years of schooling. So kids in primary schools get a small amount. If they stay up to preparatory schools and if they stay up to high schools, the amount of money increases. So it becomes an incentive for the family to keep the kids and the children in schools. And we really stopped this cash transfer if the attendance in schools is not taken care of. So we request school enrollment with an 80% attendance in the schools. A fourth element I think is very important that we need to continue working on is the training and awareness and advocacy among religious leaders, because it is a religious and cultural issue. We need religious leaders to tell families, to tell villages that it's not okay to marry, for children to get married, and that it's against religion actually, because it harms the woman's health and it harms the family at large. So the work with civil society organizations is also very important when it comes to protecting the families. In many poor villages, an early marriage is because of the poverty of the family. So providing asset transfers to women and mothers and families, providing them with land is a very good idea, as we have heard in Zambia, but also providing them with the proper skills for to be productive, with loans to start their micro-enterprises. So making advances when it comes to financing the poor, giving them access to finance, giving them access to official papers so that they can have access to credit, I think are very important elements that we need to add to the great commitments that we have heard today. Definitely political leadership is very important, but programs on the ground are very important too, and monitoring these programs and continuing providing incentives to all the families. Thank you very much, and I congratulate you on this event. Thank you.
Thank you very much.